Hello everyone, my name is Anshul and I am the co-founder and CEO of Vodex.ai. And I'm sure you must have heard about the news about this new FCC regulations and ruling. So today I'm going to talk about this new FCC regulations, what has changed now, why is this new regulations and all that. Many people are asking us that are these AI calls illegal now? So I'll just try to highlight all these points and make it clear what has happened. What are these FCC regulations? So first of all, let's try to understand what is a robocall. So any call which you receive without your consent, where there is an AI generated or a pre-recorded voice, where there is not a human on the other end, that type of call can be considered as a robocall. So robocall is any type of call where an AI or a machine or a pre-recorded voice calls you without your consent. So it could be telemarketing companies who are trying to sell you something, or worst, it could be a scam call, someone trying to scam you. So these calls are pretty common these days, but we need to understand one very important thing. The thing is called consent. When you receive a call without your consent, then it is considered as a robocall, when a telemarketing company is trying to reach you without your consent. But if you have given your consent, if you are expecting these calls, then it won't be considered as a robocall, but it is actually a valid or legitimate call that you are receiving. So one thing is very clear: if someone is calling you without consent, it is robocall, and that is what this FCC regulations has banned. If you have given your consent, then an AI can call you, a pre-recorded call can come. So it could be something like an update about your airline, let's say a new status update on the airline, or it could be a call about your order, where is your order right now, or it could be an order about some update in your banking transaction. You have consent, you are expecting these type of call. So these type of calls are not illegal. So this needs to be very, very clear, what is a robocall. Now, did FCC ban all these AI robocalls? No. They just banned all those spam calls, where you are getting called without your consent. We need to understand why exactly this happened. So few weeks back, some bad players, some bad actors, they made some calls in the voice of President Joe Biden. And they called 25,000 people and saying that please don't go for voting, And that has created a big problem, because now these AI spam calls are interfering in elections. So that's why the Federal Communication Commissions have banned these type of phone calls. Because there are a lot of bad players in the market who can use this AI technology to interfere into elections or even do scam calls. There are some cases where AI voice mimic the voice of someone's relative, like a daughter's voice or something. And the person on the call, the AI said something like, hey, can you please give me some money? Or I am in a trouble, I am kidnapped. Can you please transfer money to these guys? Those kind of things. So a lot of people are doing scams and, illegal activities using these AI voices. So that is the main reason why FCC bought these new regulations and banned AI call. If you have given your consent for a call, if you are expecting a call, then it's not an illegal. Okay. So what is consent? Consent is like you have given your permission to receive phone call. So let's say you have filled a form on a website and you have clicked on a button which says, I am okay to receive phone call. There you have given your consent. So now if the company calls you, then it's completely okay. Or let's say you have purchased a product and the company gives you a call about the update of the product, or some overview or some information that you actually expect. Imagine you are purchasing something. Let's say you are purchasing a car or a property. You expect someone to call you, right, and to answer your question. You might have some question about the car, the property, the other things. So you expect a phone call. In that case, these phone calls are not illegal, even though if it is generated through an AI. So the AI might call you and answer those questions you have, right? So those type of calls are not illegal. The illegal part comes when the company calls you without your consent. Consent is the most important thing here. If you expect a call, if you know who is calling you, if you are okay to speak to them, then there is no issue. But if someone is making a spam call to you or calling without any consent, some telemarketing company or some random number, people calling from random number, and you don't expect those type of call and you don't have given consent to receive such call, those type of calls are illegal now. So how can you protect yourself from spam calls? First of all, don't receive a phone call, don't pick up a call if you are not expecting a call, if you have not given a consent, and if you see an incoming call from an unknown phone number, just don't pick up the call. If you see a message from an unknown number and it looks like a spam message, just don't pick up, don't click on any link, but yeah, if you have given a consent, if you have filled a form on a website and you have clicked on a button which says call me now, and then you receive a call, you are 100% sure that this company is calling me and it's calling to give you an update about the product. It is calling to answer your questions, it's about the sales or support phone call. So those type of calls are okay because you understand who is calling you. And to be honest, like, this is a normal practice also. If you see, you should not call anyone if you don't know them, right? You should not call strangers. That is called cold calling. Let's not promote the practice of cold calling. We need to create a healthy society where everyone is okay receiving phone calls. So you should be calling only those people where you have built a trust relationship. It could be your customer or partners or potential clients. Call them when they expect your phone call, and call them before taking consent from them. Do not call before taking consent. The consent could be like they filling up a form or they checking a checkbox which says I am okay to receive phone calls, or consent could be over email or text message as well. Somehow you need to be able to prove that I have consent to call these peoples. Okay. And if you follow all these best practices, even FCC understands that AI is a very powerful technology. It can be used for good thing also. But like all the technologies, like internet, like crypto, there are bad players who are trying to misuse these technologies for bad things. So let's not promote bad things. Let's use the technology for good things. Okay. Call those people where they have given you explicit consent, and if you are calling those people who have given you consent, then absolutely there is no issue. And Vodex is helping you in making such calls possible. Vodex provides you options like landing pages, call me widgets, API, which you can integrate with your own product, so that inbound calling, so that people will receive phone call only when they have given the consent. If they have not given consent, then Vodex does not promote making phone calls to such people. So I hope that is clear now. If you have any question, please feel free to comment on our YouTube channel or on our LinkedIn page. And thank you again for watching. Thank you.